no real changes, you know. I'm aiming for this location. It kind of is slowly edging to my destination slowly, possibly by the beginning of the month. I'm definitely not influencing this. Maybe some people are watching my videos and not buying until they get to this location. I don't know. Nothing's changed with regards to Dtravel and TRVL. I look at Dtravel a lot and I see a lot of good things. I've just hit my screen. Give me a second. If I'm showing you Telegram, you see on the Telegram group, new booking processed. That's good. Look, new booking site activated. Let's have a look at that. Or not. If it opens, why isn't it opening? So you see that? So this is new, brand new. And this is the great thing about Dtravel, that people can easily create a site for their short vacation rental. And now if I wanted to book that, this is a peer-to-peer transaction. I don't know why it's loading. It might be my internet. I don't think so, but this is new. That Rome Natural Reserve Retreat, city and sea nearby. Simple, but it's nice. And this is the great thing about Dtravel. More and more properties are being added every single day. Now it's slowly trickling in, but in the future you're going to see a massive flood, a massive wave of new properties. This is the deep in part of Dtravel. This is decentralized physical network. So all of these properties are now on chain on our network, and everyone is a peer-to-peer operator effectively. So when people book, they're going to be doing a direct transaction. There's no Airbnb, there's no booking.com, there's no VRBO. So this is really exciting. I'm really excited about that. If you go to the Dtravel Telegram group, you can see, look at this, new booking processed. Welcome to the Garden Apartment Hotel. Just processed the direct booking using Dtravel. Revenue earned will be used to buy back TRVL. Again, we can have a look at that, and you see that there's activity, and this is working. This is all working. What is this? Apart Hotel in Split. I don't know where Split is. Someone just booked that. Let's have a look. Where is it? Is that Croatia? The Adriatic Sea. Yeah, Croatia. It's nice, huh? I want to go to Croatia. Maybe I'll go to Split. Let me check this apartment out. Maybe I'll go to this apartment. All right, it's all right. It's £68 a night. It's cheap. And the great thing is, on the most part, you'll probably be able to also pay in crypto as well, most part. Only one for now. Wasn't knowing there was already an Airbnb. Well, look, it isn't just about crypto. It's about, you see, this is the thing, like, it's about peer-to-peer transactions. It's about peer-to-peer relationships. Yeah. So every person who owns their property owns their own business. They can set up a website using Dtravel, and then when people book, they're booking directly. So the transaction is direct. There's no intermediaries in that relationship. It's just between travelers and their hosts and their operators. Okay, and you're avoiding Airbnb, you're avoiding booking.com, you're avoiding VRBO, but you're also avoiding excessive fees. So I get charged. I'm an Airbnb super host. I get charged. That's why I'm so into Dtravel. because I'm an Airbnb superhost. So on my Twitter, I posted a thread, and you know, I've been doing this. I've been hosting Airbnb for a long time, and I've found that Dtravel has actually helped my business significantly, and I've made real world value from it. So here I've got 18 completed bookings. That's my realized real world earnings, and that's all peer-to-peer. So the transactions are through Dtravel, but the funds are sent to me directly, and the relationship is direct. Okay, and then those reservations are stored on the blockchain. So I think Dtravel is going to change the world. Honestly, I really do. So my thread is there. If you want, you can just go and have a look. And the thing about TRVL and Dtravel, it's a long play. Yeah, this network has to grow, and so right now they're developing a search engine, and there's an AI powered functionality to it too. So Dtravel really does tick a lot of boxes. It ticks deep in, it ticks RWA, real world assets, and we've got this AI search engine that's coming through. This is in beta and it hasn't been launched yet, and eventually you'll be able to search every country and you'll be able to find direct properties all over the world, not Airbnbs, not booking.com, not VRBO, directly with the owners. They'll have their own sites. They'll either have their own site or they'll have their own Dtravel site made by Dtravel, and that's free. It's kind of like Shopify, where you can go onto Shopify and create your own shop. And in the future, we're going to be big. This is going to be big. It's going to be big because it's decentralized and it's peer-to-peer. And Dtravel is a DAO. You know, there's no centralized governance here. It's all decentralized. And so, yeah, so right now you can go and have a look. You can go into Dubai. And you can see there's a lot of 87 results for Dubai. If I book there now, yeah, this is taking me to their website now. Now their website may or may not be on Dtravel. I think it will be. This is Dtravel. So this is hosted by Dtravel, but it's owned by the operator. And it only takes them like 5 or 10 minutes to create this site, because most of the information is imported from Airbnb or other kind of channel managers. And so here I can easily kind of just search a couple of weeks. See that? It actually works out cheaper because I'm not paying Airbnb, or they're not paying Airbnb. And so usually what that happens is, like, when people book on my properties, I just pass on the savings. And you see here I can also pay in crypto. So if I pay with credit card or debit, it's cleared by Stripe, but the value is sent directly to the operator, to the owner. But obviously if I pay on crypto, now what's interesting about these payments is that these transactions are recorded and entered onto the blockchain. Yeah, so it's all done by smart contracts. So it's really this is the beginning, and I think there's a real, like, do your own research. Yeah, I've been telling people to buy, but I actually think, when I look at the overall kind of the price action, let me just hide all this stuff. And so I've been involved from almost the beginning in this project, and I'm not paid. I've just been a volunteer, really. When I look at the price action, when I look at the charts, I'm feeling quite bullish. This is the monthly time frame. That's ignore that wick. That's Bybit messing up, allowing people to sell too much at once. That was the launch, and for me, this is looking quite bullish. It looks like we're in a multi-year range, and we've hit the lows, and we're trying to find support to go up. It's what it looks like to me. Yeah, oh, for sure, 100%. Dowd is saying $1 billion market cap. I think, look, what you have to understand is, for us to get to the all-time high, this wick here is not the all-time high. The all-time high is only at 1.56 there. Yeah. To get to the all-time high, I think is within reach. From our current price to the all-time high, it's already about a 30x increase in value. So that I think that's within reach. All-time high, I think it's within reach. I think if we go to the all-time high, we're going further. I don't see the all-time high as offering much resistance. I don't see any resistance there. It's just a number. And then when you look at the TRVL market cap, you see it's only $15 million. It's very small. So if we were to 30x, if we were to 30x 15 million, let me just calculate that quickly. 30 times 15, it's only $450 million. Yeah, I think that's within reach without a problem. All-time high. I think if we go to the all-time high, we'll overshoot. And so my kind of extended target is about $5 or so. And the other thing that people aren't taking into consideration is that TRVL is chain agnostic. So we're on Binance, we're on ETH, and we're on Polygon. It's about to go on to another layer 2 on ETH, and that's going to open the door to Coinbase. And also, obviously, there are efforts underway for TRVL to be on Binance too. So, and probably if it goes on to those two, it'll end up on OKX too. So there's a lot of room for growth, and it is an RWA. Like this is the thing, people don't realize it, but if I log in to my back end and show you, and that's what my thread is about. So if you go and have a look at my thread on Twitter, which I've posted, you can have a look. This is my back end. And if I log in with my MetaMask, the great thing about this is you don't even need MetaMask, because earlier in the year, Dtravel implemented wallet as a service. And this is in preparation for future mass adoptions, because it means operators don't need to have a MetaMask wallet. They can just have a hosted wallet on Dtravel using wallet as a service. And so let me just sign in here so I can log in. And so this is my back end now. You see that? And you see that? That's real money. That's real money that's come to me. These are my reservations, listings. Yeah. It's all Dtravel. It works. I've proved it works. So that's why I'm so bullish on this. But I'm early. And so I appreciate that I'm really early and no one really realizes what this is. And so obviously what I've been doing since December is trying to tell people. And so I've got a playlist here somewhere. See, look, Dtravel, a live journal of price action and Dtravel updates. And so far I've created 138 videos. I'm a bit mad. Going all the way back to December, usually one a day, not always, but usually one a day. I'm just basically commentating on price action. But here, like, I've got some videos, how Dtravel has transformed my real world business and why I'm so bullish on TRVL, etc. I've got some like more informative videos. TRVL tokenomics. I look at the tokenomics update that was launched recently and some other things. Yeah, I'm really bullish. So when I started this back in December, all the way back in December, I think I started this channel on the 6th of December. It was the price of this token was really low. It's down here somewhere. It was around here, somewhere around here. Went all the way up to 12 cents. It was about 2.5 cents or something like that. And price went up. Obviously, people took their profit. That's fine. I did. You can call me stupid or not. I didn't take profit. I'm a higher time frame trader. I'm happy to wait. You know, I see big things in this project. I see really huge potential, and I know the team personally. I've met them so many times, and I know they're legit. You know, that's one of the biggest fears in crypto, is whether the people who are doing the project are real or not, or what kind of, are they scrupulous, or are they malicious, or are they kind of, do they have ulterior motives? And like, if you go back to my thread and you read that, you know, see Cynthia, I've met her so many times, and she stayed at my apartment in London. Here, Cynthia. And she just won the Rising Star Award at the Shorties. It's like a short vacation rental conference where all of the big players come, Booking, Airbnb, VRBO, and all the big ones come. She won the Rising Star Award. And she's also an Airbnb superhost. She actually runs the largest hosting community in the world. She runs that. And so yeah, I think I'm quite bullish on that. Dawud is saying I'm scared about long-term in crypto, the regulation. Well, look, ETH is just the ETF for ETH has just been improved, so I think you should be less and less worried. Yeah, that basically rubber stamps altcoins. Effectively, that's what's happening right now as we speak, as we breathe, as we live and breathe. What's happening is that the American government is taking control over crypto, and then in the future, when there's mass adoption, the whole world's wealth will go to America and other countries and other people who are smart enough to invest. Basically, that's what's going to happen in the future. In the future, these decentralized autonomous organizations will be big entities, and because there's no boundaries, there's no borders. It's like, it's decentralized. It's in the universe, the internet universe. It's like Bitcoin. You can't stop it. And actually, Bitcoin isn't a DAO. I think these DAOs are going to have more power or more potential in the future. Personally, I think they're going to be the new future, dare I say it, the mega corporations. Yeah. And when I look at Dtravel, I don't just see a token or a project. I see an empire. You know, I see the idea of an empire, a DAO, but ticking every box when it comes to travel in the future, decentralized travel. So this is just the beginning. This Airbnb is the entry point. After that, there's a lot of things coming up. Have a look at the website, do your own research, have a look at that. It doesn't mean that I think you should hold and never sell. Yeah, don't get me wrong. In the future, there's going to be a time when everyone is going to go mental for crypto. That's a good time to sell. Yeah, the prices will be highly elevated. That's you're going to be into life-changing money. It's good to sell. Okay, but you buy back. Yeah, you buy back in the bear market. You know, like, you don't fade on the good projects, especially after you've walked away with a handsome reward in the bull market. Yeah, I'm not suggesting that people hold and never sell. Maybe in the future that will be a narrative, that will be a hype narrative. You know, people, that's how people FOMO in at the highs, retail mostly, and they think to themselves that it's this or never. But obviously, I'm not suggesting that. But I do think that, you know, we have to see how far we can get, because Dtravel is is a project that's under the radar. No one really knows about it. They haven't really marketed it much, and there's a working product. Yeah, it's a working product. We've got lots of things coming, and no one really knows about it. And once people start to find out, once the marketing kicks in, and once we start getting more and more investment from kind of angel funds, etc., then I think this could grow really big. And then the other thing that really kind of interests me about Dtravel is the market cap of Airbnb. So Airbnb market cap is quite high. Yeah? It's 92 billion. We could take a chunk out of that. I don't see why not. Let's see why we can't take a chunk out of that. What people don't understand is that a lot of people who are using Airbnb, the hosts, people like myself, they hate Airbnb. So you don't just have to be on Airbnb. I'm on booking.com as well. I actually don't like Booking either. Booking.com charges me 30%. Airbnb charges me 15% plus tax. And what I get from them is basically zero. I just get a search engine. I'm basically paying for a search engine. And the danger of these centralized entities is that at any point in time, they could shut down your business. And that kind of happened in COVID, where a lot of people were burnt. I was burnt too. So I lost a whole summer's worth of bookings. That was like 20 or 30,000 pounds worth of bookings. And yeah, anyway, a lot of people aren't really too pleased. Let me see what their market cap is. I should have it. Booking. Booking. Is it booking.com Inc? Let's have a look here. Is that the one? Oh, Bookings Holdings. What's the market cap on Booking? Can you see it? There it is. 128 billion. It's big. So there's quite big markets in the real world that Dtravel are trying to disrupt. And just now is a good time. Now is a good time to look to buy if you're not involved. Yeah, now start to, what I've been telling people is dollar cost averaging. I do potentially think we could go down to 4 point, where did I say? 4.2. I think that's possible. But obviously, who knows? No one really knows where the floor is. This is quite a deep zigzag correction. You can see that. It's quite a deep correction. And looking at it, from this pivot here, this is where the 5 ended, to there, to there. A 1-to-1 would take us down to about 4 cents, 4.1 or 4 cents. That'll be a 1-to-1 on this corrective move from, have I got that right? Let me just zoom in a little bit to see if I've got that right. I think I've got that right. So potentially we still have to go down a little bit more to complete this 1-to-1. And that does tie in to my trend lines as well. So I've got some, let me just pull it up so you can have a look. The other trend line, is this buy bit? Yeah. There it is, these ones. So what happened is we've broken out of a downtrend line. See that? That's the downtrend line here. From that pivot to this pivot, we've kind of broken out of that. Had a little back test here almost. And so that's the main one that we broke. That was important because that was pushing the price down. Then we've got this this other trend line, which is basically from the all-time low to the first pivot that was put in after the all-time low was made. Yeah, that hasn't been tested yet, and for some bizarre reason that there's a little bit of confluence coming up that marries with my with a liquidity level here. It's a daily level. Let me just pull it up. I've got a few levels. The problem is that we still got this level here which hasn't been tapped yet. Yeah, so we still have support in between where we are now and the potentially the destination. So we have kind of like a liquidity level here as well, which is an order block effectively. Lots of corresponding trend lines that are kind of intersecting, potentially here as well on the bottom of these. And then the other thing we have is a golden pocket, which is like a fib ratio. Not a golden pocket, a 786 actually. So we've kind of lost the golden pocket. That's fine, because sometimes the price likes a 786. Let me just find it. is here. Basically from here to here. Oh, it is a golden pocket, isn't it? No, it's just, wait. What am I doing wrong? Just check. The golden pocket's much lower. I don't want to go that low, to be honest with you. And at the moment we're at the 50%. See if we're holding support here. I don't really want to go that low, to be honest with you, down to the golden pocket. That would be really low. I don't really want to lose these trend lines. So what line was I thinking about? I'm a bit oh, I know what it was. All right. So I've calculated 5 waves up to that point there. Not that point. Up to that 5 there. So if I pull it from the 0 to the 5 here, then I'm don't know, I'm not sure. 2K per month accumulation from now. Let's see where, well, let's see. If you have that, if you do your own research, yeah, don't take my word for it. Yeah, go and have a look at the website, go and have a look at the Twitter, go and have a look at the Telegram, ask your questions. You know, I'm not trying to shill this at the highs. Yeah, I think this is a good long-term project, but I think it's a gem. That's definitely something to be looked at. Is there concurrency with much fund in crypto? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Is there concurrency with much fund in crypto project? I like the fact that, well, Cynthia is actually Canadian, but she's obviously of Chinese descent. So, and her husband is from Hong Kong. So yeah, you could argue that there's Chinese behind it. I'm just trying to find that fib level that I had. Let me see if I can find it. Is it from there to there? Or was it from here? I was thinking here because that's where I've got the impulse begin, but that means we're in the golden pocket. I almost think if we do go down, it'll be quite brutal, but then we should buy back up really quickly. It'll be like, and then that can only happen if Bitcoin drops. Huh? I don't see this happening if Bitcoin doesn't drop. Bitcoin really has to scare the living shit out of people, the living hell out of people. And at the moment, as you can see, it's looking quite, it's not looking bearish, really. I mean, it is drooping. You are getting people sell, but you're also getting people buy. I don't know if that's leading or not. The thing is, the price action's gone flat. Yeah, so the momentum's gone a little bit flat. Whereas before we had a little bit of a down push. Right now we're a little bit flat, and that's maybe part of the problem. Let me have a look at the momentum. That's the EMA 200. It's still down. That's on the 4-hour chart. Let me have a look at the daily time frame. Yeah, see, on the daily time frame, the EMA 200 is quite flat. So we've got the momentum's flattened out on the daily time frame. Let me have a look at the. What's that one? That's the simple 200. You see, we're at the simple 200, and that's the EMA 200. So actually, the momentum on the daily is still up. And have I lost my? I must have deleted my 50 moving average. Let me just add it quickly. Where is it? There it is. Let me just put that back in. So the 50 daily, okay, so this is potentially, this is problematic. I don't want to scare people, but we had a golden cross here where the 50 average went over the 200, and obviously you can see that the 50 average is steeply downwards and the 200 is here. That would be a death cross, similar to that. Let's see. You can't really predict the future. The moving averages are quite slow, they lag, and I almost think we have to go up to prevent this from happening, because then the 50 can flatten out, as long as the 200 doesn't suddenly go up. But I don't think 200 will. So no one can really predict what's happening. Let's just see what happens. All right. Slurf hosting a space on X could be some news. I mean, can the idea be stolen by a new? Definitely not, Dowd. Let me tell you why. These guys have been building through the whole bear market. So even if the idea is stolen or tries to get stolen, to actually build is a whole different thing. Yeah, you're not just building an application, which requires developer time, coding, testing, betas, proof of concept, all that kind of stuff. Transactions, connecting it to fiat, different chains, like it's a lot of work. But also the network, also the properties coming on board, different relationships with channel managers. Like Dtravel are partnered with real world businesses. Let me see if it's on this website. Excuse me. I'll have to get a list of them. There's a whole bunch of third parties that Dtravel is connected to, like uplisting, rental wise. You see, Hostaway. They've created APIs for all of these different businesses, and these are Guesty, Logify. You see, this takes a lot of time, a lot of work. This isn't like you can just do this tomorrow. I think it's highly unlikely that this can be easily copied instantly. I think it can be copied, but I think it's going to take some time. So naturally, our biggest competitor is not anyone in crypto or in Web3. Our biggest competitor is the real world, is Airbnb and Booking.com and VRBO. That's who we're going after. And I think it's highly unlikely, if not never, very impossible, that anyone in crypto is going to be able to follow this path, simply because they need me to be involved. Like, I'm an Airbnb superhost. Yeah, this is my profile. They need me. If they don't have me, then whoever comes along isn't going to be able to succeed. Yeah, they need people like me, and they're coming to Dtravel right now. That's the thing. Slowly but surely, people are coming on to Dtravel. All right, that's enough for TRVL. What else did I want to look at? Slurf, is it going up? Is it going down? Let's have a look. Can't tell right now. It looks like it's losing steam. The M cap of Booking is about 128 billion. Did I not? There it is. Here, look, 128 billion. Yeah. What I imagine for, like, if you're really interested, what I imagine for Dtravel in the future is a few things. Like I'm not. I don't get paid by them, by the way. I'm just. I'm an investor because I'm buying their token, but that's it. And also, and I'm an Airbnb super host, and I wouldn't mind if Airbnb was disrupted, and that's kind of what I'm interested in. But I think in the future it's possible that this AI is going to be a big deal, because in the future you're going to be able to just type in your vacation, like I want to go to whatever, Rome for a week, I want to be near these places, near these restaurants, whatever. The AI will give you options and will kind of, and also what will be good in the future is that the AI will be able to itinerize your vacation. Yeah, and that's, I think there's a lot of work goes into vacations when it comes to planning flights, car rentals, accommodation, activities, and then having an itinerary, and then having that all to kind of correspond correctly, so the timings and everything is all done. It takes a long time. Like I see my sister's also an Airbnb superhost, and she goes away on vacation with a family, a big vacation once a year. She spends literally weeks planning her vacation, literally, and she's online searching activities for the kids, car rental if they need it, transport, yacht charters, etc, etc, etc. It'd be good in the future if an AI did that, did all of that, and it gave you like 2 or 3 or 4 whatever options, and it has an itinerary and it all kind of connects. I think Dtravel is bigger than what it is right now, because in the future you can imagine that it will encompass the whole of travel. And so I imagine that future where it won't just be direct bookings, Airbnb. Like right now you can market it as an Airbnb killer, and that will probably work well with the market, but in the future I see it as much bigger. And eventually, you know, you could imagine peer-to-peer car rental or yacht rental, etc. That's one aspect of it. Then the other aspect is obviously going to be if and when in the future Dtravel connects to other things like flights and stuff like that. So what is needed now is for the token value to go up. Yeah, and the reason why that helps is because it puts us more and more on the radar. The higher the value, obviously, of course, you know that the higher the value, the more on the radar TRVL is going to be, and the more investment that they're going to attract. The other thing to bear in mind is that I've been talking to them about, you know, Coinbase, and that's really important for us because we need BlackRock to get involved as well. We want BlackRock to get involved. So yeah, it is. Booking.com, as much as Airbnb, not even Airbnb can. See, Airbnb, see, the other thing is that Airbnb acquired an AI startup for $200 million just at the end of last year. Yeah, just under 200 million. This was in November 14, 2023, just a few months ago, just like 7 months ago. Okay, no one really knows who these are or what this is or how that's going to be integrated into Airbnb. So we have to wait and see. Okay. Whatever happens though, Airbnb is not very, like, it's, nothing's really changed. Like, they've got experiences, they've got stays, they've got all these like new icons. Yeah, I've been on Airbnb since 2012. I've been using it since 2012, right, as a traveler and then as a host. And there's so much potential with Airbnb because of the network's so big. They've got properties, they've got travelers, and they've got hosts, and they really have done nothing with it. Yeah, and that's the problem with these monopolies. They get too comfortable in their own situation, and they don't realize that they need to continuously grow and innovate. And if they don't, and I don't think Airbnb has innovated much, honestly. I think if anything, they've done the opposite. They've tried to not innovate and at the same time they've kind of really annoyed their, right now they annoy their hosts. A lot of hosts have been, and that's kind of, and that's what people don't realize. A lot of hosts are unhappy with Airbnb. So in Dtravel, sometimes they post stuff about this, but I'll show you. Where is it? They did it recently. Hey, look. This is exactly why Dtravel Network is built on the Night Protocol. Do your own research on the Night Protocol. It's quite interesting. But here, look, Airbnb doesn't allow me into our account to retrieve past communication with tenants, a history of our reviews and important tax documents for our records. My company needs this for tax reporting, potential lawsuits and more. You can't just make me believe it. I didn't exist. You can't delete our amazing 4.9 out of 5 reviews, star, outstanding history, etc., etc. Airbnb does this a lot. People don't realize they treat their super hosts very badly. They're a monopoly. Yeah, there's like a machine. They don't care. Here, look, this is the other one. Airbnb terminated my account while being a super host and having a review of 200 plus guests and 4.9 out of 5 reviews. See that? Also cancelled $100,000 worth of bookings. Because, look, why? Because of statements on my ex account about manually accepting guests due to Black American females throwing too many parties. So whether he was right or wrong, that's not my, I'm not the judge, jury or executioner. You know, he's got the right to say what he wants, but the reality is that Airbnb are punishing him because of his views, and they've literally destroyed his business. And so you have to understand that this is not new, and this is a trend, and this is starting to trend. A lot of people on Airbnb, and what people don't realize is that because I haven't really talked about it, but my mum was a host on Airbnb, and her listings were cancelled by Airbnb, but this was back in 2015, and it's not new. Yeah, I've experienced it because it affected her. Like literally, they just shut her account, and I contacted some really high up people in Airbnb, really high up. Let me just find out who it was. I have to search for it because it's in my emails. His name was Chip Conley. I've got emails of him. When was the email? The 2016. And he responded to me. Sorry, I don't know more. He said, here's what I know at this stage. 1, if you have an existing booking, it won't be cancelled by Airbnb. Well, he was wrong. And 2, they're re-reviewing the rationale on why certain host listings have been delisted. I don't have any info on the exact timing of when it will be resolved, but it's supposedly be a relatively soon. This guy, Chip Conley. He was really high up, this guy. Does it really say anything about him? It should do. Yeah. In 2013, Conley became head of global hospitality and strategy for Airbnb. See that? Conley worked closely with CEO Brian Chesky as a mentor. See that? So this guy, I've got emails of him. Didn't know why my mum's account was blocked. Couldn't give me an answer. I've literally got emails of this guy, and he's working closely with the CEO. And I only contacted him on Twitter, and he wasn't able to help me out. Literally. I'm going to show you this email, huh? Let me see. I'm not making this up. Can you see that? Look. I'm making this up. Look. Chip Conley. Here's what I know stage. Anyway, these guys, don't trust them. Don't trust them. They're all crooks. Yeah, not neutral. So just be. I really think that Dtravel has the potential to take down Airbnb. And you know, again, Airbnb could, if they were smart enough, they would see what was going on and they would react. I don't think they're that smart. And obviously here I am, an Airbnb superhost, telling people that Dtravel is the future. Again, if Airbnb caught onto that, I'd have my accounts blocked. So naturally, that's problematic for me because I can't exist. I can't live. I'm under their you know, I'm under them. I'm at their mercy effectively. So I think this is going to be big. All right. Let's see what happens. I mean, Slurf is looking quite resilient, to be honest with you. This correction is looking quite good at the moment.